What's up? I am Platinum Mike, and in this video we are going to go over how to platinum Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is an online asymmetrical survival horror multiplayer game. It is crossplay compatible, running on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So finding a match at any time isn't an issue, even as of the release of this video almost 8 years after its initial game release. The gameplay is basically you play as either a killer or a survivor. The killers try to catch and sacrifice or kill the survivors. The survivors try to escape the map by completing 5 of 7 generators to power the exit gates. There is a little bit more to it, but those are the basics. The game is very skill based, even though the premise of the game is very simple. My personal opinion in terms of difficulty is a 7 out of 10. That being said, the more difficult trophies are situational based, like when you play as a survivor and you need to escape a map without getting hurt at all, or escaping using a hatch using the key. In order to platinum this game, you will be definitely playing more than 100 hours, so you will have plenty of chances to do those luck or situational based trophies. I personally like playing this game and I didn't really mind them. Also, most of the trophies auto pop on PlayStation 5 to 4 and PlayStation 4 to 5, but there is a catch currently where not all of them do. You may have to have some progress on the trophies to get them to auto pop. Others have said that uninstalling and reinstalling the console version you need the trophies to pop for to cause a few more auto pop again. This includes all the DLC trophies as well. So essentially, you can double up on the trophies you have earned if you play either PlayStation versions. So not only does this game have potential to double the trophies you earn, you may be able to get 2 platinums as well. So let's cut to the chase on how to get this platinum trophy. I'll be breaking up the trophy list into 3 main categories for the base game. Let's go through the most easiest to explain, but one of the longest but not the longest trophies to obtain. Leveling up. For the 10 trophies that have to do with leveling up, just concentrate on reaching prestige level 3 and then maxing that same character again to level 50. Essentially, you're leveling up one character of your choice, either survivor or killer, 200 levels. Doing that will get you all the leveling up trophies. I recommend doing the nurse for the sole purpose of getting her ultra rare offering to be able to blink 3 times for her skill trophy, which we'll talk about more in the next section. Next, let's talk about the killer trophies. The basic killer trophies want you to sacrifice all 4 survivors in a single match. Just hook a survivor until they die. Hook them 3 times and they'll be sacrificed to the entity automatically. If no one saves them once you hook them, after a period of time, they'll be sacrificed to the entity off of the first hook. That will get you the grand sacrifice trophy. Sacrifice a total of 500 survivors in public matches will get you a feast for the entity. This is the longest trophy and most likely the last trophy you'll get before getting the platinum, if you're lucky. Blood on your face will have you kill all survivors in a single match. To kill a survivor, you'll need to use perks called Moris that allow you to kill downed survivors. Survivors are in the down status when they are hit twice and crawling on the ground. There are a few different types of Moris that work under certain circumstances. The more rare one will allow you to kill downed survivors no matter what. You can also let them bleed out when they are doomed. And they'll probably need to be downed and hooked twice before you can kill them. Blood in your mouth. Kill a total of 15 survivors in public matches. You'll get this on the way of trying to get blood in your face. There are a few other general trophies, but you will get them while getting these trophies. Just for the killer trophies, you will need to at least play 125 matches, assuming you sacrifice all survivors while you are the killer. They are skill based, so you are more likely to get this as you get better and earn better perks. The general big trophy for the killer side is the perfect killing trophy. You need to score over 5,000 in each category at the end of the match. For this, basically damage generators, destroy pallets, breakable walls, hit and catch survivors, let no survivor escape, chase, catch, sacrifice survivors until they are food for the entity, or kill by your own hand. It is almost guaranteed if you catch and sacrifice all survivors with a few good chases and damage the generators whenever you can and break things whenever you can break things. This will come in time and when you least expect it. When it happens, you know how good a killer you've become. There are 15 killer specific trophies for the 6 base game killers. Also, each killer will need to just use their character specific unique perks and no offerings whatsoever for the prospective adept trophies. 6 adept trophies in all. So just focus on using Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, Nurse, Hag, and Doctor. Each of these base killers also have an additional trophy or 2 tied to their unique abilities and attacks. The Trapper's Cripple Them All trophy will have you practicing catching 10 survivors in bear traps. They don't count unless you pick them up from the bear trap. If they get caught in it and release themselves, it won't count. When a survivor gets stuck in your trap, you need to pick them up to have it count towards this trophy. The Wraith Killer trophy, Jump Scares, will get you to surprise 50 survivors by uncloaking and hitting the survivor with a melee attack within 3 to 4 seconds. If the surprise attack point pop-up appears, you did it right. Hillbilly's The Grind trophy wants you to chainsaw 50 survivors using his skill, not his melee. So start revving up that chainsaw and run around the map like the madman you are. The Nurse has 2 trophies. In the void she walks, she requires you to blink to the survivor and land an attack on them 100 times. The much more rarer trophy, From the Void She Kills, requires you to chain 3 or more blinks and land on a survivor, grabbing them successfully. To get this, I would cheese it and I try to persuade a survivor to do a generator. To do this, I would look at them, stop, nod up and down a few times, and get them to follow you to a generator. Hit the generator, look at them, nod up and down again, hit the generator again. So you're trying to communicate to them that you want them to work on the generator. When they are fixing the generator, get right behind them, aiming at them, blink 3 times, and grab them while they are doing the generator. And this trophy will pop. You will need to get some ultra rare offerings for the Nurse to get her unique ability to be able to blink 3 times. So consider her for going for the Prestige 350 trophy. I honestly did not do this, but you may get unlucky, and the ultra rare pink offering can be a grind to get. But that being said, she definitely wasn't my favorite killer. I was more into the Doctor. Hunting, haunting, hurting. Anyway, speaking of the Doctor, you will need to hit survivors 500 times with the Doctor's ranged therapy attack for the Shocking Treatment trophy. His Madhouse trophy will have you bringing all 4 survivors to tier 3 insanity. The Hag also has 2 trophies. The first is easy. Just make survivors trigger her phantasm traps 100 times for her triggered trophy, then hit all 4 survivors in a single match after teleporting to her phantasm trap for the even punishment trophy. Up next are the Survivor trophies. Survivor trophies are practically broken down into 4 categories. Let's start off with the in-match trophies. You're going to be repairing a lot of damaged generators, 100 of them to be exact, for the Engineer and Handyman trophies. The Medic trophy will have you healing 100 health states worth as well. When you're hurt, your character grunts and moans. Helping others helps them survive, which in turn will help you survive. So heal your teammates. Playing this game, you will need Nerves of Steel to get 500 successful skill checks. You will have plenty of chances by healing and doing generators, so don't fret on that number. You will get this one eventually. While you are still undiscovered, you will want to keep an eye out for Hex Totems. The Hex Totems are different from regular totems as they glow a yellow-orange color. You will need to get lucky as not a lot of killers use Hex Totems, so get them at all costs. Luckily, you will only need to find and cleanse 10 Hex Totems. Once you are discovered by the killer, you'll need to jump over pallets and through windows during a chase over 200 times. Me? I sneak. Being chased was never my strong point, and I got this one towards the end. You'll eventually get items and add-ons to get a full loadout, and use in ultra rare items, the pink ones, without using a protective ward to get the Risking It All trophy. And last but not least, get 5,000 blood points in each score category for the Perfect Escape trophy. This involves finishing generators, healing teammates, escaping and surviving chases with the killer. You will not be able to sneak and get all this, as you will need to be chased by the killer a couple times and escape. And I do believe you need to at least help finish 2 generators to do this as well. Jake, Dwight, Claudette, Meg, Nia, Ace, and Min have Adept trophies that have to do with the Platinum. To get the Adept trophies, only use the character's unique perks and nothing else. That means no offerings or items either, just like the killers. Then, just escape a single match. Boom, 7 trophies right there. There are a few specific map trophies that you will need to watch for, as maps are chosen randomly. When you stumble across the Crotus Pen Asylum, you will need to escape without getting hit once for the Hemophobia trophy. If you reach the Disturbed Ward or the Backwater Swamp, the Pale Rose map, you will need to keep those 2 trophies in mind and repair certain generators on those maps and escape. The generator in the Disturbed Ward you'll need is on the 2nd floor of the main building in the middle of the map, unlocking the Shock Therapy trophy. In the Backwater Swamp, there is a huge steamboat that has a generator. When you complete this generator, the boat's horn will go off, letting you know it's the one. And It also lets the killer know that someone's there, you. If you don't escape, it doesn't count for either of the 3 trophies. And speaking of escaping, there are 7 escape trophies that have specific requirements. These you will have to go for specifically, but know that you will have to escape the hook on your own and escape for the escape artist trophy. I would use or level up the survivor Adam Francis and use his perk, Deliverance. When you use this perk, if you save a survivor, the next time you are hooked, you can unhook yourself and escape without any issue. If not, you have a base 4% chance to risk unhooking yourself without using Adam's perk. This will speed up your sacrifice timer greatly, so don't think of it as an option. You'll also need to escape by crawling your way out for the Agonizing Escape trophy. This will probably be the first escape trophy you get. If not, while injured, wait by the exit and let the killer hit you. Then just crawl to the exit. Escape through the hatch for the backdoor escape. When you are the last survivor, a hatch will appear. The hatch makes a noise, so you will have to figure out where it is. It will never be on the 2nd floor. It's always on the ground floor or in the basement of a building. The killer can hear the hatch's sound too. There are even perks to be able to see the hatch. Bill, a non-base survivor, has a perk to help you see the hatch called Left Behind. You'll also need to escape through the hatch using a key. This is the same as the backdoor escape trophy, but the killer has to find the hatch first and close it. But then you'll have to use a key to open the hatch and escape. Make sure to get keys in the blood web whenever you can. Try to bring an item during a match from the chests and escape for the survival treasures. Open the chest, get an item and escape. Easy. Simple. Escape with another survivor's item for the Vulture trophy. It doesn't need to even have a charge, so if they used their med kit and then they dropped it because it no longer has any charge, you can still pick it up and you'll still get the trophy. And last, Made It Out Alive trophy will pop once you've escaped 50 times with whatever character. It doesn't have to be 50 with one character, it's 50 in total. After doing this, you'll get that platinum and maybe even 2. I know that it is a pretty long one, but it's also a pretty rare platinum, having 0.5% on PlayStation Network, but 5% in PSN profiles. That tells me that more hardcore trophy lovers love getting this rare trophy. I too was pretty apprehensive about it because it takes a good bit of time, but I definitely did not regret it. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or what games you'd like to see me make a roadmap or guide for. Check out one of these videos if you'd like more ideas of which game to go for next. This is Platinum Mike, and I'll see you on the leaderboards. Peace!